Hello, good morning. Myself, Dr. P.K. Verma. In the previous sessions, we have discussed various problems of genetics. Now, I want to discuss the sex-linked inheritance specific to human being. The term sex-linked inheritance, in fact, is the X-linked inheritance or the X-chromosomal linked inheritance. It has nothing to take place with the sex, male or female, rather it is concerned with inheritance of the characters linked to X chromosomes and sometimes Y chromosomes. Now we have to discuss about the X-linked genes. Most of the X-linked disorders are controlled by recessive alleles. As a result, 5 different genotypes are formed in human being. So, the diseases are inherited on the basis of these genotypes. Otherwise, the characters carried by the X chromosome will express normally in both male and female. In case of normal mother, all the genes are normal and the normal father have all the genes normal. But if one of the X chromosome bears disease carrying gene, the mother becomes carrier. However, the father is homozygous for X-linked genes. Only one copy is found in them. Another is Y that does not carry the homologous site. Therefore, father is never carrier of X-linked disease. He is either normal or diseased, but mother may be normal or carrier. The mother will be diseased only in case when both the chromosomes are affected, both the chromosomes carry the disease allele. Now, how the inheritance pattern goes into their children? Normal mother and normal father will bear all the offspring normal. Diseased mother and diseased father will bear all the diseases normal. So we are discussing what will happen when normal mother marries to diseased person, diseased male, carrier woman marries to normal male, or a diseased man and diseased mother marries to a normal man. So there are 4 such cases in which chance of some normal and some disease is there. The inheritance pattern of such characters show slight difference from the normal ratio found in simple monohybrid crosses. The AX chromosome of mother are inherited by all ova, but only 50% sperms have AX and another 50% have AY chromosome. That is, mother is homogametic and father is heterogametic. Mother will be heterogametic only when she is a carrier. Son and daughter both inherit X-linked characters from mother, but the X-linked character of father is inherited by the daughters only, not by the son. Son inherits Y chromosome of father, that bears only a few genes and that cannot be passed to daughters. So, Y-linked genes or Hollandic genes are inherited by father to their son. Now come to the first case. A normal woman married to diseased man. The woman is normal, so all ova have normal AX chromosome. They don't carry any diseased allele. The man is diseased and has affected X chromosome marked as XDY. So 50% gametes would be an XD and another 50% Y. These are the two gametes of the male, that is the two types of the sperm. Now, these are the two types of sperms. What are the types of ova? X ovum. Ovum is normal in all the cases because female is normal. So the first child is XXD, a carrier daughter. All the daughter will become carrier because the father gives diseased allele. But all the sons are perfectly normal because mother's X chromosome does not bear any disease gene. So no offspring is diseased. Daughters are carrier but not diseased. The second case is woman is carrier and the man is normal. Because the woman is carrier, she also would produce two types of ova. One carrying X and another with XD. The sperms are normal but of two types, X and Y sperms. These are the male gametes. This is the first type of female gamete containing normal X. So all the children are normal. Daughter is normal. Son also is normal. She is daughter and he is a son. These are normal. The second case, the mother's gamete is affected, disease carrying, so the daughter become carrier and the son become disease. In case when mother is a carrier but father is diseased, father is normal, mother is carrier, 50% of the son would get this disease inherited from the maternal grandfather or grandmother. They will bear 50% carrier daughters and 50% diseased son. It is the third case when a carrier woman marries to a diseased man. Here, gametes of male as well as female may be affected, so the offspring might get disease from both the parents. Come to the type of sperm, XD and Y. All the X sperms are diseased. And ova, 50% ova are normal. So out of these ova, the daughter will become carrier and son is normal. But when fertilization occurs with XD ova, the daughter becomes diseased as well as the son. So 50% of daughter as well as 50% of son, that is total 50% of the total children are diseased. They will bear 50% diseased daughter and 50% diseased son. Now come to the fourth case. A diseased woman married to a normal man. When the woman is diseased, it means all the ova are diseased. but the man is normal, so the sperms are normal. Now, these are the normal sperms X and Y. There is no disease on anyone, but all the ova are XD, that is disease carrying, so the daughters will become carrier and all the son will be diseased. This disease in son is inherited from mother, not from the father. So it is clear that a female becomes diseased only when she inherits the disease allele, X-linked diseased allele from both parents, mother and father both. If it is present in the father, that simply means the father is diseased. Mother may be carrier or a diseased. Now come to the Y-linked traits. The Y-linked traits will be inherited by boys only from their father. Y-linked inheritance is also known as Hollandric inheritance. Some of the important traits are ASMTY, that is serotonin methyltransferase enzyme, TSSPY, testis-specific protein, IL-3RAY, interleukin-3 receptor protein, SRY, sex determining region on the Y chromosome, TDF, testis determining factor, ZFY, zinc finger protein, PRKY, protein kinase Y-linked. Now what are the Y-linked disorders? All characters are not in fact disorders. The first mentioned here is hairy ear. It means on the pinna of the ear there are hairs. It does not affect any physiology of the person. So it is a different trait but not a disorder, not an ailment. Y-linked Hodgkin's disease, of course it is a disease. Y-linked pseudo-autosomal retinitis pigmentosa. Retina becomes pigmented. Y-linked Sertoli cell only syndrome. In this case, in the seminiferous tubule, only the Sertoli cells are there, but no germinal epithelium is present. So the person is completely sterile. Y-linked spermatogenic failure, these two cases, Sertoli cell only syndrome and Y-linked spermatogenic failure, are very common in sterile people having no sperm. Non-obstructive azoospermia, it is Y-linked, there is no obstruction in the genital tract, still the person is azoospermic. It means there is no differentiation and formation of the spermatozoa. So these three are perfectly the cases of the sterility. Now two more terms are needed to be mentioned here. One is sex-limited character. The characters which are limited to one particular sex, the male or female, and cannot be altered simply by increasing hormones of opposite sex are sex-limited characters. All the genital system, the entire system having different organs of male or different organs of female are sex-limited characters. The large comb of cock, long beautiful tail feathers in peacock, wax gland in the worker, that is female honeybee, etc. are sex-limited character. Baldness in man also is a sex-limited character, but in fact it is autosomal double recessive homozygous recessive condition that is affected by presence of testosterone. The small b genotype may be in male and female both, but because the males have testosterone, the baldness appears. In presence of estrogen, baldness does not appear. So it has some sex limited and sex influenced both type of conditions. Now see the case. It is the hypertrichosis, that is the hairs have been developed on the ear lobes, that is pinna. Now the second case is sex influenced characters. In fact, these characters appear under control of the male or female hormone. Development of breast, a different types of body texture and pattern of hairs are estrogen dependent characters. If estrogen increases in male, the feminine characters may appear in male also. Similarly, mustache, beards, baldness, a stronger musculature and underdeveloped breast, coarse sound are androgen dependent characters. So these are sex influenced characters. If the female gets somehow treatment of testosterone or the androgen level increases in her due to some enzymatic defect in adrenal cortex or ovary, she may develop some characters of male. In case if the male hormone increases, two conditions, virilization and hirsutism is seen, in which the voice becomes coarse, hairs grow on her face, she may develop some beards and some mustache as well. Just oppositely, when the level of female hormone estrogen increases in male, he may develop breast, that is called gynecomastia. So gynecomastia appears in the male and virilization and hirsutism in the females. See this figure. This young girl has much hairs on the legs. Such larger hairs grow normally in the males, not in the females. In another female, you can see that she has some hairs forming beards and also mustache-like hairy appearance. It is a case of virilization in which the female characters have not developed properly and the clitoris has become larger, forming a penis-like appearance. It is because of high level of androgen in her. He is a male, but the breasts have been developed because of the female hormone estrogen. The case is known as gynecomastia. So these are all abnormal cases dependent on the X chromosome, Y chromosome or the male and female hormones. Thank you very much.